Greetings, everyone. Rick here. Today, I want to talk about the 2024 Mr. and Mrs. Smith series on Prime Video. And in this series, opposites do attract. It's produced by Donald Glover and Francesca Salone. The series reimagines the 2005 movie starring Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, focusing primarily on the relationship building aspect. And what caught my attention about this series was one, the interracial relationship. That's significant to me because I am personally in an interracial marriage, and I know the challenges and complexities that come not just with marriage, but being in an intercultural, interracial relationship. And the second part to why this series caught my attention was really just to see how close it was to the 2005 movie. I loved the movie. I thought it was really engaging and really wanted to see the dynamics play out in a longer series. Before we dive into the episode 1 analysis, let's just get a recap of the 2005 movie. In the 2005 movie, John and Jane meet in Colombia and immediately felt an attraction for each other. They fell in love and eventually got married, not knowing that either works for a competing spy agency. What then proceeds is that the companies both discover that they are married to each other and want to eliminate them. And during this time, we see that John and Jane's relationship is deteriorated because of all the secrecy that is involved with their work. They then discover later that they were spies and that they had to technically eliminate each other. But as the story progresses, during the whole interaction of them trying to eliminate each other, they realize how much they love each other and join forces and to take out the agencies that were sent after them. So that is that in a nutshell. I thought it was a very fun movie, and I really enjoyed it. So let's just dive into episode 1, analyze how this episode establishes the relationship of John and Jane, and we'll take it from there. So, John and Jane are introduced in a completely different way compared to the 2005 movie. We see that they both are interviewing for the same agency, and it's in this interview that we get a taste of their two distinct personality types. One, Jane is highly educated, very money savvy, and at times she can be cold and distant. John, while he was in the military, was not very savvy with his money, and he could seem a bit emotional at times. We can tell by when they ask the question if he was willing to sever ties with his past. This is where we can also get a glimpse into their relationship styles or their attachment styles. Attachment styles are basically grouped into 4 categories: secure, anxious, avoidant, and disorganized. From the lens of the attachment styles, we can see the dynamic of John and Jane's relationship being set. Also, with each mission, it represents a different stage in their relationship. So, when we're first introduced to John and Jane, they bump into each other at their new home. Immediately, we can see that John is showing interest in Jane. Their eyes meet, you can see the sparks flying, and you can see the tension that's already built between these two. However, we can also see the hesitation due to some of their nuanced relationship styles. We further go into the episode where John and Jane are given their first mission. The mission was to follow a target, retrieve a package, and deliver it to a specific location. While they're receiving the mission, we can see in the study around them all the books, but there is a specific painting that I wanted to bring your attention to, of the expulsion of Adam and Eve from the garden. I find that this painting actually foreshadows the future struggles that they will have within their relationship. As this episode continues, we see that John is really trying to get to know her when they're sitting in the cafe or at the park, and he's peppering her with questions. But also, as the questions come, Jane deflects, and you can also see the anxiety in John kind of rise with each deflection. When we see these kind of behavior patterns, it shows us that there are some relationship dynamics that are nuanced and that we need to really pay attention to and take care of. Later in the episode, we can see that John really prioritizes the relationship, right? He really focuses on trying to get to know Jane. Like when they're in the theater, he's asking about her life, he's asking about her experiences in New York, while Jane really just tries to prioritize the mission. She's focusing on asking, like, well, what do you think we're after? Why do you think we're after it? And the two really are missing each other, basically. And that then I can see leads to a breakdown. So when John and Jane discover that the package isn't anything that they expected, they're kind of both disappointed, of course. And how they handle that disappointment is really relevant to show how they will handle future missions and future conflicts within their relationship. And so we look at John when Jane asks him, "A cake?" He responds, "We're not supposed to talk about it." "Yeah, I know, but we're not supposed to talk about it." So we can see that he is not being communicative at that point, and really deflecting, not being able to kind of talk through disappointment and challenges with his partner. We can see more of these relationship styles kind of expressed as they go through their mission. Overall, I thought it was a great episode, and it focused on a lot of the relationship development and really sets the stage for the following episodes and the kind of conflicts and challenges and, of course, joys that they will find in their relationship. But I would love to hear your thoughts. Please leave your thoughts in the comments, and feel free to like, subscribe, and thank you.